How do they do it? It's an early July morning in western Spain, and here at the La Herreria fruit farm, the year's crop of plums has finally ripened. Now, workers like Joaquina Gonzalez are beginning the day's harvest.
We start really early because it's cool. In the afternoon, it can be 39 degrees, and it's very hot. I don't know how much I pick, but I fill lots of buckets.
In fact, by early afternoon, together with her friends, she's picked an incredible 40 tons of fruit, which is swiftly transported to a vast packing facility for sorting, grading, and preparation for transport. Nearly all of this latest crop is destined for supermarkets over 1,500 miles away in Denmark. But from the moment the fruit is picked, it starts to spoil. So it's immediately put into cold storage. At 8 the following morning, a refrigerated container known as a reefer arrives. This 40-foot-long steel container would quickly become an oven in the hot sun, were it not fitted with its very own air conditioning system. To ensure this keeps the fruit at optimum temperature and the customer doesn't wind up with a truckload of jam, reefer technician Joaquin installs several sensors to allow it to be constantly monitored. But taking a single container all the way to Denmark by road would cost a small fortune. So instead, the truck is destined for Spain's busiest cargo port, Algeciras, where it will rendezvous with the biggest container ship in the world. This is the Estelle Maersk. At nearly 1,300 feet long and 183 feet wide, and with a gross tonnage of 157,000 tons, it's almost 4 times the size of the Titanic. Higher than a 22-story building, it can carry 11,000 containers on its vast deck, a cargo that would require a train more than 43 miles long. And powering this monstrous monolith is the largest diesel engine ever built. Generating 110,000 horsepower, it propels the ship at speeds of almost 31 miles an hour. Pretty fast when you consider the ship is the size of a small town. Captaining a ship this big and ensuring she keeps to her strict schedule is no job for the faint-hearted. That task falls to Captain Lars Jensen.
For myself, it had been a challenge to have such a job, and I have been striving for it for many years, I will say.
While the Estelle Maersk makes her way toward the port, the shipment of plums has already arrived. This container is just one of over 10,000 handled here every day. Ensuring they all get loaded onto the right ship in exactly the right order is a massive challenge for operations manager Ildefonso and his loading team.
We sort the containers by destination, by ship, and by weight. It's a beautiful job and an incredible amount of activity every day.
As soon as each container arrives, its delivery details are entered into a computer system. This system enables the dock team to ensure each one is moved around the dock ready for loading to the right vessel. Fortunately, since the late 1960s, all containers are made exactly the same size, meaning every possible cargo, whether motorcycles, cookware, or plums, can be handled by exactly the same machines. Crane operators like David move them around the vast dock area using one of the port's 3 massive rubber-tired gantry cranes. By 5 p.m., with the Estelle Maersk safely docked, it's time for the plums to be loaded. You need a cool head for heights to work in one of these things, and David carefully maneuvers the 290-foot, 1,800-ton crane into position. Vertigo sufferers may like to look away now. It's 260 feet down to the ship's keel. They have to work quickly. Not only are there hundreds of containers to move according to a strict schedule, but whenever a refrigerated reefer is being moved, it loses power and the air conditioner stops running. So it's essential that it's loaded and reconnected as quickly as possible. By the time the ship is loaded, it's late at night. Guiding one of the largest ships in the world out of a port as busy as Algeciras is a tough enough job when you can see where you're going. So piloting the Maersk in the pitch black of night will require all Captain Jensen's skill and nerve.
It is always more difficult when it is dark, when you cannot see. For sure, there's no doubt about that.
Starboard 20. Starboard 20.
As the ship slowly draws away from the dock, the crew keeps a careful watch while Captain Jensen double-checks his navigation figures, which compensate for the wind and tide. His experience is invaluable in an operation like this.
Okay. So now we have one ship coming from the starboard side there. Yeah, this one there, yeah?
120.
We are getting used to see things in the dark, actually. You're trained for it. I see more in the horizon than you do.
Finally, after 40 minutes of careful maneuvering, the Estelle Maersk hits open sea. With any luck, it'll be clear sailing for the next 4 days until they arrive in Rotterdam. Coming up, what does it take to bring billions of dollars in cargo to its destination in perfect condition? Stay tuned to How Do They Do It?